Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Fights through, and now a crease. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
2 yards to go, second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 6 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. They'll set up a throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
You look at this Baltimore defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 11. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll look to throw again. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's brought down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Back to throw again. He'll buy some time right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Short throw, that's caught by Davis.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Browns at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. There we go. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Here we go, 18, Pioneer. Check go.
Now back to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Here's a diving catch right side. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Bring it.
Up the middle here, it's Lewis. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
18 rattling. Ready?
Back to throw here. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Browns 28, Ravens 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Buying time to his left. And this one too low.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Uncorks one for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
And the Browns are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And just shedding him off there. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They send the tight end Davis in motion. They go play action here on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Here we go, set.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And in for the Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the 1st half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And again, he'll get it to Fitzgerald. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Buffalo 18. Come on.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Browns 42, Ravens 28.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, right side. He will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now Lewis selects to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And bulldozing his way through. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll set up to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory. Or
touchdown! A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they're going
going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Set up.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man, that's Allison. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Let's go now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball? Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Ravens 42.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Get it. 18 rep. 18 rep. Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Come 19. Let's go now. Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Warriors 70. Check go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Dragon 60.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Uncorks one for Davis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Cleveland Browns, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, this was a game for the ages, wasn't it? 6 touchdown passes. He had this offense running to its absolute peak efficiency. And I tell you what, that's as good a game as you'll see at the quarterback position.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile,